They'll run on first down. Thompson, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On first down, Thompson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second and 11 now. Haskins. Now he's going to throw deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 55 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll get this to Eckler. Past the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Rivers to throw it, and this is complete. It's Allen, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the...
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 48 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like...
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 69 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
So we got man. Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
2 on the play. It's third down and 13.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. This time Haskins will look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
He's coming. He's coming. Double up. You got tight right there.
Here we go on 4th down. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Ready. 180. Watch out.
Second down, Rivers. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw is Rivers, and incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. This one pushed to the right. Badgley missed it. No good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start on the ground with Geis. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
On the handoff, it's Geis. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Here's Haskins to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 40 yards. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Haskins, third and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Final play of the half, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first and 10, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The intended receiver there, Allen, and that'll bring up second down.
190. 40's right there. 40's 12.
To throw again. Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gordon. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to face a third down. On third down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Rivers.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Thompson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw Haskins. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass. Couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Here we go, D. Hey, just whip. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 13. Check 13. 58, boys, 58.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Slings this deep from the clip. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. To throw, Rivers. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1s here when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Rivers now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. Rivers on the money, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Shifts by him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Redskins take over first and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
It's a foot race. The 20, 10, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 68 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Now it's Haskins, and he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On 2nd down, Rivers again. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run it.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score.
I got you. Pop. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on. Check 3, check 3.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sims. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. They run with Thompson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Tackle made by Thomas Davis. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. On third down, it's Thompson, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
We've seen this offense go for it on 4th down already on this drive. I wonder if they'll go for it again.
I certainly wouldn't rule it out with these guys. Sliding out of the pocket, and that is incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. You know, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
That throw into the arms of Allen. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Open man is Gordon, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
22 yards there, a first down. Now it's Haskins. He's got it complete to Thompson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On the ground, Geis. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game.